Good day, ma'am. I am Jamie Ortesa from Bistream 2B. I will be discussing the National Police Force of my assigned country, which is the Italy. So, the National Police Force of the Italy is the Polizia di Stato, or the state police, served as one of Italy's primary law enforcement agencies tasked with maintaining public order, ensuring safety, and upholding the rule of law across the nation. So, established as a civilian police force, it operates under the authority of Ministry of the Interior and plays a pivotal role in addressing various security challenges, including organized crime, terrorism, and cybercrime. Here's the logo of the Polizia di Stato. The mural crown represents the municipal and territorial roots of Polizia di Stato, signifying their presence and their authority throughout Italy. The open book, inscribed with lex, or Latin for law, symbolizes justice, legality, and the police rule in upholding the rule of law. Third is the lion holding a sword, symbolizes strength, courage, and the readiness to defend justice and public order. Also, the two torches represents enlightenment, vigilance, and the ability to guide and protect citizens. And lastly, the blue horizontal bar. So this stripe represents unity and loyalty, reflecting the Polizia di Stato's commitment to serving the nation. Last is the motto, which is Sub Lege Libertas, translated as the freedom under the law. This emphasizes the belief that liberty is safeguarded throughout respect for the law and its enforcement. So their mission is always being at the service of citizens, ensuring public safety, order, and legality. And their vision is adapting to the needs of modern society, promoting trust, innovation, and effective collaboration with national and international agencies to address security challenges. Their goals are protect citizens and uphold a sense of security across the Italy. Second is to prevent civil unrest and ensure peace in communities. Lastly, safeguard critical infrastructure, institutions, and national sovereignty. And their objectives are proactively reduce crime and efficiently investigate offenses, and also foster trust and cooperation through neighborhood patrols and localized presence. Also, it addresses challenges like terrorism, organized crime, and cybercrime through dedicated units. Also, use modern technology and aerial resources for monitoring traffic, supporting law enforcement, and gathering evidences. Collaborate with other Italian and international law enforcement agencies for comprehensive security. And their core values are sacrifice and honor, where it's recognized as part of their ethos, focusing on ethical commitment and dedication to duty. Also, the community service, prioritizing service and safety for the citizens of Italy. Also, the integrity, operating with ethical and legal boundaries. Professionalism, ensuring high standards in their duties. And respect for human rights aligns operations with respect for individual dignity and rights. The Polizia di Stato operates under the Ministry of Interior in Italy, which is a government department tasked with managing domestic affairs, ensuring public safety, and overseeing local and national law enforcement agencies like the Polizia di Stato. So the history of the police force is founding and early development. Established in 1852 as a Corpo del Guardia di Pubblica Sicurezza under the Kingdom of Sardinia. It is expanded in 1861 after Italy's unification to serve the Kingdom of Italy. It focused on maintaining public order and combating crime. In the fascist regime, 1922 to 1943, restructured to align with authoritarian goals, creation of the secret police or OVRA to suppress dissent, and operated under heavy central government control. In the post-World War II era, it was reformed following the fall of fascism and the establishment of the Italian Republic in 1946. So it played a critical role in addressing post-war crime and political extremism. In 1981, police reform, the law number 121 transitions from militarized to a civilian organization, professionalized the agency, and integrated it with a judiciary system. Also expanded rules for women, first admitted to the force in 1961. So their headquarters for the historical evolution, initially headquartered in Rome, Italy, since the country's unification in 1861. It was also expanded presence with the regional offices across Italy to ensure accessibility to all communities. So during the fascist era, headquarters symbolized state control and authoritarianism. In post-1946 democratic transition, central offices in Rome instrumental in transitioning to a democratic policing system. For the current structure, main headquarters located at the Palazzo di Viminale in Rome. Regional offices, provincial police stations, and local precincts provide nationwide coverage. So this structure reflects its enduring role in Italy's historical and modern law enforcement landscape. As we can see, it is the current building of the Polizia di Stato headquarters. Next slide is the organizational structure. So here's the ranks in Polizia di Stato. The non-commissioned officers, assistant, chief assistant, supervisor, chief supervisor. Lastly is the Sovretende Capo Coordinatore or coordinator chief supervisor. For the commissioned officers or the Officiale, junior officers, deputy inspector or inspector, chief inspector. Fourth is the senior inspector. And for the senior inspectors, commissioner, chief commissioner, deputy chief superintendent. And for the general officers, this is the first director, senior director, police chief, general director, and the chief of the police, which is the highest rank, which is the Capo della Polizia. Practices of the police force. First is the specialized units, which is the anti-terrorism operations. The Central Directorate for the Anti-Terrorism coordinates efforts to counter extremism and manage high-risk situations through units like the NOx or the Central Security Operations Units, which handles hostage rescues and critical raids. The anti-mafia efforts. The Anti-Mafia Investigations Directorate or the DIA conducts investigations and coordinate efforts against organized crime to prevent infiltrations into the government structures. Next is the international cooperation. The Polizia di Stato actively collaborates with global law enforcement agencies like Europol, Interpol, and other national police forces to combat transnational crimes such as drug trafficking, cybercrime, and human smuggling. Also, the community technology-oriented policing, where the force uses advanced technology for road safety, cybercrime prevention, and communication security. So, their postal and communications police specialize in combating online fraud, child exploitation, and cyber attacks. Next is the traffic and railway safety. Dedicated departments like the road police and railway police ensure safety in their respective domains, including the monitoring highways and railway systems, addressing accidents, and preventing crimes in transit areas. So, next is the specialized training, where officers are trained in various fields, including bomb disposal, crowd management, and response to chemical, nuclear, or biological threats. Canine unmounted units are also strategically deployed in crowd control and search and rescue missions. Next is the immigration and border security. The Central Directorate for Immigration and Border Police focuses on countering illegal immigration, securing borders, and managing international travel security issues. Next is the focus on public trust. Regular outreach programs and transparent communications aim to build community trust. The police also offer online resources for citizens to report crimes and access information. The Special Operation Unit or the Elite Forces. First is the NOx, which is Nucleo Operativo Centrale de Sicurezza, where this translations as Central Operational Security Units. So the function of this unit include neutralizing terrorist threats and responding to hostage situations, specializing in rescuing hostages during high-risk scenarios, apprehending dangerous criminal or suspects, providing security for VIPs and high-ranking officials in volatile situations. SCO, where there is Servicio Centrale Operativo, or the Central Operational Service, where the function of this unit is combating mafia networks and transnational criminal organizations. Also leading operations against drug trafficking, tackling illegal migration networks, and human exploitations. Also providing intelligence and tactical support to local law enforcement during major operations. Third unit is the DIGOS, which are Divisione Investigazione Generale e Operazione Speciale. Or it is translated as General Investigations and Special Operation Division. So the DIGOS is a specialized investigative unit within the Polizia di Stato, focusing on monitoring and dismantling domestic and international terrorist networks. Also, investigating threats from far left, far right, and anarchist groups. It also handling threats to public security during major events such as political protest or large-scale gathering. Also, Reparto Mobile or the mobile units. The function of these units are trained to maintain public order during large-scale events, protests, or riots. They also provide tactical support in operations against organized crime and high-risk arrest. Next is the UOPI, which is a Unità Operativa di Primo Intervento, where the operational where it was translated as Operational First Intervention Unit. So the function of this team are rapid response units designed to handle critical incidents such as active shooter situations, terrorist attacks, or other immediate threats. Their duties are quick deployment to contain and neutralize threats, protecting sensitive areas like airports, embassies, and government facilities, and supporting NOCs during high-stakes operations. So the anti-terrorism unit or the counter-terrorism group of the Polizia di Stato is the NOCs, which is the Central Operational Security Units. It is the primary counterterrorism tactical unit of the Polizia di Stato. Its responsibilities includes responding to terrorist situations where hostages are involved, neutralizing armed terrorists and other high-value threats, executing operations in urban, rural, or confined environments to dismantle terrorist cells. Also, they secure high-ranking officials and sensitive events against terrorist threats. Next is the DIGOS. It is the General Investigations and Special Operations Division. So the DIGOS is the investigative branch of the Polizia di Stato with a strong focus on terrorism. Its main responsibilities include the monitoring and investigating individuals or groups linked to extremist activities. It also conducting preemptive actions to disrupt terrorist plots. Also, investigating both domestic and international threats such as far-right, far-left, or anarchist movements. And next is the collaborating with international agencies to track cross-border terrorist activities. Third is the UOPI, with the Operational First Intervention Unit. Serves as the rapid response anti-terrorism team focusing on immediate action to contain and neutralize threats. Their key functions include responding to active shooter situations, bomb threats, or terrorist attacks in progress. Also, protecting airports, embassies, and public venues, providing backup during prolonged or complex operations. Lastly is the emergency hotlines in Italy. First is the General European Emergency Number 112. The second is the Polizia di Stato or the State Police, where 113. Third is the Carabiniere or the Military Police, 112, same as the European Emergency Number. Fourth is the Counter-Terrorism Hotline, Segnalazione Terrorismo, which is 800-191-435. Fifth is the Guardia di Finanza, with the Financial Police, which is 117. Sixth is the Traffic Police, which is Polizia Stradale, which is the 848-800-192. So for the additional services, the Fire Department or the Vigile del Fuoco, 115. Ambulance or medical assistance or emergency sanitaria, 118. And the Coast Guard or Guardia Costiere, 1530. And that's all for my reporting of my assigned police force, which is Polizia di Stato.